And yeehaw again. Howdy. I'll keep going to that intro until we leave Texas. We're still here as I take off my cowboy hat that I don't have on. I don't know why I did that, but we're here. Don't fall asleep on me, Black. We got some good Dota coming in this series. It includes Beast Coast. It includes Boom. And I want to talk about one of these teams first. The one I'm going to choose is Boom. So give it to me. What does Boom have that you think is going to win them this series? And then we'll go to the other side and we'll talk East Coast. But we're talking Boom first.
Yeah, I think when it comes to just individual skill, they are probably the #1 team in SEA. They also have Mushi as a coach, so their strategies are usually very on point, very strong. And just overall, if you're looking at SEA, I would say they're probably the top contender to go as far as possible, because Fnatic don't do that strong, obviously, with stand-ins. Then you have Talon, who also have a stand-in. They don't do that strong, but Boom, on the other hand, they dismantled EG. They look really crisp.
All right, and then tell me a little bit about Beast Coast. What do you got in the words of the wise of Beast Coast as a team? Why are they going to win this series?
Well, they have the highest MMR player in NA, namely Whisper, and they have the craziness, the crazy sauce of the SA region. However, it didn't work out at all yesterday, so hopefully they did some reviewing. Some consistency is always nice, even if you're a crazy team, right? They definitely have the skills to back it up. So we'll see how they do here. They're a very hit-or-miss team, as I said yesterday, though. They need that momentum behind them. They need a good victory. Once they get that, they become a very scary team. If they don't, they're like a little mouse, you know? But if they do get that win, from a mouse, they upgrade to like a lion, then they get another win, then they become a hydra, then they get another win, they become a chimera.
Okay, I didn't know it goes that way. I mean, I know Gojira is Godzilla, so that kind of makes sense. They've got Boom as massive favorites here. Boom did pretty well yesterday. East Coast, well, you take a look at where they're at. They are currently 0-2. That means no draws, just 2 losses. They're 0-4 overall in their games, while Boom sitting at 3-1. So they had a pretty good time overall. And now the question is, can Boom change their fortune, or will their fortunes be changed? And can Beast Coast kind of turn it around, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's always the question, right? As I said before, SA teams very much always operate like this. Either they don't find the momentum at all and they fall flat right from the beginning, or as we've seen at TI even, they crush the group stage. Suddenly in the playoffs, they're one of the scariest teams ever, until eventually they run into like a roadblock, right? So I don't ever expect Beast Coast to be able to get like top 3 or top 2, but if they start doing well, I can definitely see them being top 6.
Yeah, top 6 I feel like is always possible for any of these teams. That's why they're at the major. It would be nice to potentially see Beast Coast win a major. Are they the... I don't know who the only regions are to not win a major yet. A Valve major.
Isn't it only SA?
Is it only SA? It has... Because I want to say, what, Mineski won a major? Was it a major that they won? I forget.
What was it?
It was back on.
No. It was TNC that won. Yeah, it was TNC that won.
Yeah, TNC also did that. But I think maybe I was thinking of a different tournament. Maybe a DAC that Mineski won. I can't even remember.
It
like
was
one of
DAC,
those one of those late DACs. But that's
China
technically
won, of course.
Yeah, IG had a win.
Europe won. NA won. Yeah, it's just SA that's missing.
Okay, so we'll see. I mean, I think everybody is always rooting for SA to take a major. So we'll see if they can do it here.
Gah!
Yeah, that's the question. Is it going to be Gah or is it going to be Nah? And right now, it's certainly been Nah. And it's been constantly just, nah, guys. It's not working out at the moment. So maybe we can change it. As Beast Coast is a team that is, been there for a long time, right? Like, everybody has been on Beast Coast since 2019. That's under the Beast Coast flag, but I'm pretty sure, I mean, that goes even further to Catburger, right? And most of these guys, if not all of them, have been here.
Yeah, Catburger.
Just want to make sure. Let me take a quick look. I'm cheating, guys. I'm gonna go to Envergesa. Hopefully, I said that right. And yeah, it's 2019 and August. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I remember that right. Okay.
That's been a long time.
Oh,
Your memory does not fail you just yet.
We used to talk about IG and them being the team that hadn't changed their roster for so long and what they were doing so well, right? And
we were also talking about VG 2015 ESL New York a lot.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Let the past be in the past.
5
Let us
seconds
focus
remaining.
on the new generation. I always say that, but honestly, there are like a couple of new players, right? But so many old faces are always going to be around. It's just like I actually can't imagine Dota ever where, like in football, where like a lot of the household names are kind of retired or gone, or like in a management position. I can't really see Dota be in the same way, like ever,
Right.
I don't know why, but I always feel like
good answer.
The older players. We already spoke about this, right? I don't believe there's an age limit in esports just yet. If there is, we haven't reached it on anyone. Because there's people that are 30 plus that are still winning LAN tournaments at a very high level. Like, prove me wrong. Prove me otherwise. Until then, I won't believe it.
But we could use some new Zoomers coming in and kicking, some old butt.
Potentially.
5 seconds
I'm
remaining.
hoping we get some kids who just kick butt and then they come onto the microphone and they're just like, "When are you gonna learn, old man?" And then just beat up some old Dota people.
Yeah, get out of here, man. What are you still doing, buddy? And then they face them again. They get beaten by the old people. It's like, ha! I can stay around with these kids.
Could be the truth. Could be the possibilities here. And, Puck Dawnbreaker, first 2 for Beast Coast. We've talked about their unconventional drafts and maybe Boom Esports here. We'll see if they give them a little something as well. Razor and Tiny coming up. And we've seen a lot of these guys for a while on Boom that I really just love, especially when we were covering Southeast Asia last year. Skem, one of my favorites. And, of course, Yopaj, still my idol.
Is he?
Yes.
I think his girlfriend is going to be mad at you.
Yopaj is everybody's idol.
No.
10 seconds remaining.
His girlfriend's going to be mad at us. He's our boyfriend.
5 seconds
a collective,
remaining.
all of us.
Okay. All right. I mean, you said it. I'm not going to partake in this discussion.
Beast
all right.
Turn to ban.
I'll die on this sword, I guess.
I'll leave you hanging.
Venom first phase ban is interesting with the Bat Rider. Completely different from what we've been seeing in a lot of these other games.
Yeah, but it's the SA style. They love these heroes. I'm surprised they didn't ban Timbersaw, actually. And I'm also surprised that they didn't pick up the Timbersaw. Dawnbreaker Puck, though. Amazing combo, right? Coil. The Solar Guardian. Suddenly the sun turns against you while you can't move. That's always a bad sign. We have seen it many times in superhero movies. Like when Thanos exploded the planet and rained down the meteor shower on you. Razor, on the other hand, together with Tiny, it's always a strong combination because Plasma Field doesn't damage the Tiny because he's rock, and it's not a good conduit. If you have anything smart to say, please go ahead.
I was going to ask, what is a good conduit?
Gold is a great conductor.
I understand that not a lot of people get to understand our inside jokes, but when we were working last year and this year too, I would just sit there and listen to Lizard, Lacoste, and Black scream Razor voice lines. Mostly you, Black, though.
Yeah, but then everyone joined.
Yeah, and then everybody would join because it was too much. It was too funny.
Yeah, but, I mean, some of the voice acting is just mega funny. Like, you can't even blame me for doing it.
Beast Coast's turn to pick.
So we all had a great time.
Timberban, Rubik coming through. We've seen a couple of Rubiks thus far.
Yeah.
You a fan?
Maybe. Depends on what Beast Coast picks. I mean, I like Rubik now a lot more than before because the shard is actually quite nice to save teammates or even throw teammates into them. Like, that's like the funniest ever. Like, you grab a Razor and just stun everyone for like 2 seconds.
True.
You can cliff your own teammates now as well if you want to grief them a bit more. Like, I've never played a game that has as many ways to grieve your own teammates as Dota does. I don't know if you can agree with that, but I played a lot of games and it's just not possible.
Beast Coast's turn to pick.
Visage.
Okay, then Visage next. We've seen a lot of this in China. I think in the right hands, it can be very devastating. Do you like it against these 3 heroes this far?
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I mean, Visage is always a very hit or miss hero. Either you dominate the lane, snowball super hard, or you don't, and you kind of become like a Viper, where you just don't do a whole lot at all. At least there's a little bit more utility in the shard. You can survive, you can tank a little bit more for your team. So far, against the 3 heroes that Boom has, it doesn't strike me as amazing, though. Because they still haven't even picked their carry yet either. So they could just go into like a Juggernaut, which could be really good. Chaos Knight.
CK, which has been making its appearances in both the bans and the picks. There was a point where CK felt like it was the go-to carry a lot, but has kind of fallen off a little bit.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean, CK is just a great matchup into the Razor.
5 seconds
Razor hates
remaining.
illusion heroes, and yeah, CK is one of the heroes that can actually burst Razor through BKB past level 20, because you get that Reality Rift Pierce Spell Immunity talent, of course, and Razor goes back to the Underscape.
Beast Coast's
Stop
turn
giggling,
to
sir.
ban.
It's,
Yeah, it
professional cast.
sounded like you were making another Razor noise and Earthshaker. So,
There's a tiny mid then.
or
No.
never mind. All right, I won't even try. I won't even try. It could be
No.
offlane Earthshaker, right?
10 seconds remaining.
It's kind of weird though. I don't like 5 Rubik. It's kind of weak.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm hoping it's offlane Shaker actually.
Or Rubik mid.
Or Rubik safe lane.
Yeah, at least mine makes sense. Rubik, I just don't like Rubik 5, so I'm gonna stay. It's either Earthshaker offlane, Rubik 4, or Rubik's in the 4. I'm just gonna go with that. I don't want to see Rubik in the 5.
So 5 Shaker?
5 Shaker. No,
I mean, that's what you're suggesting basically.
No,
no, I'm
Or-
suggesting offlane on Earthshaker,
And then what, 5 Tiny?
mid tiny.
And they picked the 5 last?
Yeah.
Beast Coast's
All right,
turn
yeah, I
to
can see that.
ban.
And then Razor carry?
Sure.
I see.
10 seconds remaining.
4 position Earthshaker for Tim's.
5
Always a
seconds
possibility, of
remaining.
course.
No, but then you would have a 5 Rubik. I mean, Rubik is very strong against Puck in the mid lane, so it is an option. It's something he has done before. I wouldn't be surprised if they do end up doing it. They also have the last pick, so the carry matchup should be quite nice. What do you want, though, as a carry?
Dire
Rubik.
team ban.
Be cop.
What?
It's time to stop.
No. In Skem's hands, maybe Rubik in the 5 is gonna pop off, right? Like, he's played every position. He's still
10
gonna get a little
seconds
bit of
remaining.
farm, but I don't know. I don't really like 5 Rubik.
Beast Coast's turn to pick.
Neither do I.
Ricky ban. Okay.
What the hell? I did play carry Ricky. What do they
10
need to
seconds
round out the
remaining.
draft? Like some nice
5 seconds
Spirit.
remaining.
Earth Spirit for Beast Coast?
Yeah.
Or for Boom. I was gonna say.
Dire
right.
team pick.
Earth Spirit doesn't sound too bad at all, but instead they'll go to the Winter Wyvern.
Okay.
So 5 Wyvern or 5 Dawnbreaker. What do you want?
5
If you're
Wyvern.
Beast Coast. Okay. So 4
10
Dawnbreaker.
seconds remaining.
Could be a 5 Visage there. One of the teams that actually enjoys playing that. I think
True.
they'll make it
Seconds
dependent
remaining.
on what carry Boom is gonna choose to have.
I also love their off-lane puck, but in this lineup, I don't exactly see anybody else really thinking they're going to go mid, but you never know with Beast Coast.
What are the carry options? Spectra is an option. Not the greatest, though.
Would PL work in this situation, or are you just up against the Witcher Wyvern and that blocks it out?
If you snowball really high, it could work, yeah. A Face's Void is not bad.
Yeah,
You
Void
want the
not
better
banned.
ones? And honestly, if you wanted to, you could just go back to the Medusa as well. Which Jackie likes to play as well.
Jug?
You may
Okay.
now select your heroes.
Or just go Cookie Hitter Jack. I said Jack as soon as they picked the Visage, but they picked it so late that I thought they would go for something more extraordinary. Which, I mean, alright, Jack is a good hero here. They do have a decent way to cancel the Jack TP though, like spin TP. I gotta say, I don't like the 5 Rubik too much.
In the hands of Schem, I mean, I want to have faith in it. I'm a big Schem fan. But at the same time, I do kind of wonder, because I feel like Rubik is one of those heroes that kind of needs a little bit of farm and a little bit of priority.
10 seconds remaining.
So we'll see how it goes. And
5
Tim's,
seconds
that's just
remaining.
classic Tim's, right?
Yeah. And they pick a lot of Shaker for him. He plays one of the better Shakers as well. Instead of Sets, I just, as I said, don't like this 5 Rubik too much. I am gonna go with Beast Coast for game 1.
It's a very important game for Beast Coast, and well, Boom have been the ones that have looked very dominant in this event so far, beating the likes of EG, splitting with Tundra as well, and that's what's brought them to a 3-1 at the moment. So I guess OG with them being 0-4, it's not a massive statement, but I think coming into this tournament, that is a massive statement. A lot of people thought that EG was going to be the top of the top of the top.
And now they're 0-4.
Yeah.
Or
So are Beast Coast, so they really need to get out of the bottom end. They're in a group where 2 people get eliminated. So it's not the 3 like Group A. And, you know, you maybe can with that split. I don't know. It's going to be tough. Going down 0-5 after your first 3 series, or, you know, what would end up being like 1-5 or 0-6. I think being 2-4, obviously, it sets you up to be in a better position. You'll be going up against EG, which is a massive series later today.
yeah, I
The
mean,
lesson for
morale of the
Prepare
story,
for battle.
conclusion of the story is wins are good, losses
Yeah,
are bad.
basically.
Again, like, especially if you early on get some momentum, right? It can cause a lot of chaos for a tournament, like throughout the entire duration of it. Cause if you go off, people might want to try to adapt to your metagame, which your metagame is like you're obviously the best at it because it's yours, and then you just beat them at their own game. And you know, that's how you can easily sneak into like the top 6, top 4 maybe even. Who knows? All I know is that you definitely want to get into the top 8 to get some DPC points and some money, because if you're below top 8, you're not getting anything.
A lot of these teams also, the points are big for whether or not they're going to qualify. How big, I'm not entirely
30
sure, as it
seconds
starts
to
to
battle.
really sort itself out as teams get eliminated, right? Knowing
Yeah.
if you're safe in the spot you're in, because in terms of just the rankings, like Beast Coast, they're 1295. They should be fine no matter the result, theoretically. The teams from the outside looking in are Liquid, RNG, Outsiders, Sonics, Navi, and Talon. And
The battle begins.
I guess 5 of those teams, of the teams that are in the event, are gonna be eliminated, and that can make it so you potentially are
So how many teams
qualified
gonna be
going
left
into
in
the playoffs.
12, right?
Yeah.
What is it? 8 upper, 4 lower?
Yes. I assume.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, getting into the upper bracket is super, super important because as we spoke about, one win actually nets you that top 6 position.
Давайте-ка выиграем.
Then one more win, you're suddenly top 3, and you're going to TI most likely.
And there are teams like Aster who are on the bubble, who are that last team in at the moment. They're at 940, getting a little bit of points here for them to split them away from Liquid or RNG. Outsider Sonic's Navi Talent is very big for them.
Yeah, and they're doing very well for themselves already.
I believe
Yesterday when they played
Aster.
against EG, they destroyed them. It wasn't even close.
Aster ended up splitting their series with Navi earlier today, and RNG also split their series, whereas now Talon is a team that looks like it's not even going to make it to the playoffs, and if they don't make it to the playoffs, then their points aren't going up, which means one of those teams that's on the cusp and has some points, you get cut out, right? Maybe Sonics is another team like that. They're on the cusp. They get cut out. Big teams right now with where they're listed are Aster, RNG, and Outsiders. And it looks like, Stinger might drop. Tim's at FBZ trying to get that first blood, but unable to do so.
Not today. Or not yet today, at least.
So, what's the most important? Getting into the game set and the mindset of this game right now, what's the most important lane for both these teams?
I think it would be important to shut the Visage down. You never want to let the Visage snowball start. So winning the top lane would be quite nice, but you have a Rubik fight this. I don't know how likely it is that you can win the lane. The problem is CK is just too good this game. Like, if CK gets big, he counters almost the entire lineup of the Dire. Counters Jug, counters Razor. Not bad against Tiny. So, I hope Yopaj is gonna be able to find these gangs.
Gojira in some trouble in the top lane. Blade Fury on him. Not enough damage to get the kill, but he did try to play aggressive. We've seen this from Gojira multiple times, where he plays maybe a little bit on the edge, right? Like, he's either one step out of range or one step too close to his team. He's always in between those two markers, and we've seen him go out too far a couple times. This time they want to go for Jackie, but he's got that healing ward at level 2, the telekinesis, and Soul Assumption again, almost killing that Jug.
Do you think they banned him from playing Earth Spirit after yesterday? Oh, mid lane, oh no!
Dire's middle tower is
Yopaj
under attack.
You
getting the
idled.
first blood.
You idled it again.
Getting that solo kill. No help needed.
Yeah, it can look easy.
That's going to be big for him. He's already 19-6. And when you're comparing him to the Puck, 15-0, not a big CS difference, but that solo kill is going to be huge here.
Yeah, we'll definitely set him apart from the Tiny. We'll make early implementations much easier as well.
FBZ certainly not making this lane easy at all with the help of Tim's on this Earthshaker, and Tim's moving over towards mid, maybe even looking to get another kill over in that lane again. Yopaj sitting low, Illusory Orb is out, and he's not going to jaunt to it, was maybe looking to get the fissure, and now the toss again. They've got the fissure, Yopaj with the kill, and they have got Chris Lock a second time over mid.
And it's TP on cooldown for 20.
Ooh, Blade Fury on top of the Visage, and just escaping now is the Soul Assumption. Jackie has to be careful. He's got the healing ward. Gojira trying to kill it, but never could, and that will mean that the Jug ends up surviving too. But Whisper, it's got one tango to work with, and not a lot of heal compared to Jackie, of course, with this healing ward.
Oh, FPC dropping very low. No regen left on him.
Does Tim's have anything? He's got a salve to pass over, obviously
It doesn't do
not
anything,
great.
though. Oh, well,
It's
he
not
does it
nothing.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blade Fury again up in the top lane, and they get the kill on a Whisper. So
was a
Jackie
solo kill.
just under the tower going for this Visage.
I'm Visage. Well, we spoke about Visage being not the strongest laner, right? And Jack is one of the most obvious answers. Remember for Tims? Tims might be dead.
Reality Rift with the stun. Tims, though, he's got the totem, has the fissure, and will take them on a journey. Goes into the trees, trying to juke, trying to survive. Eventually, his time should run out. I guess it's just a question of when, but he is going through these trees and making it difficult and pulling them completely out of the lane. The Chaos Bolt is finally what does it, but okay, sure, that opens it up for FBZ.
Well, you know the mentality, though. And if he dies, he dies.
He dies.
Yeah, it's not that important. FBZ being very happy with double Wraith Band already. Getting his armor up a little bit so he doesn't die so fast to the CK. Oh, did it fuck again. Nice.
Tims is there, but yeah, like you said, he already gets out. Yopaj, he's now level 7 and already working on that Blink Dagger. Oh, Chris Locke, Avalanche toss. They're gonna have the fissure to go with this, and he's dead again. Yopaj gets the kill. Waning Rift won't save him, and neither will Gojira. He is dead 3 times over mid. They do have Skem coming in too, so Gojira's in trouble. Avalanche, telekinesis, and that hammer ain't gonna help. Fade Bolt finish. And they've got another kill in this mid lane. That Celestial Hammer burns, but it doesn't burn enough.
Yeah, Puck is struggling very hard to find his footing in this game. No boots yet either. Not level 6 yet. He's almost 3 levels ahead on the Tiny. Kind of ridiculous. It's very rare to see such advantages in the mid lane nowadays.
Yeah, I'd love to know what ends up being the timing on this Blink Dagger for Yopaj, because it's looking like it's going to be quick. Meanwhile, bottom FBZ goes down to Gojira. Yeah, have the damage to take out the Razor, who is by himself in the bottom lane. And that's with Tim's going all the way back to base, filling up that bottom.
Yeah, we've been focusing a lot on the Puck's deaths, but CK has been farming very free as well. He's on top of Jack, just a little bit behind the Tiny.
Oh, Chris Locke again.
No, he's fine.
It's just a lot of damage coming out. You lose your... Now they've got Gojira. They go to the Dream Coil. Yopaj just be careful. Celestial Hammer. Starbreaker? No. Yopaj survives. They've got the Fade Bolt. Splitter Blast. Yopaj low. Illusory misses. Gojira right next to him. They need a way to save him. They don't have the tools. They'll get the silence. They'll get the kill. They'll take away the spree. But 4 heroes came over here to try and grab this, and they finally take out this Tiny.
As you said, it took a lot of effort, but yeah, he has to be dealt with. You can't just leave him to snowball the entire game. Otherwise, you're going to be in big trouble. Like K1, your big hero. Just be careful in FPG, that illusion can deal a lot of damage.
Got Stinger coming in around the side. Smoke on 2 heroes. They're going to go for FBZ. Celestial Hammer, Starbreaker with the Reality Rift. The damage is quick from Beast Coast, and they have themselves a little bit of a net worth lead. So even despite the disaster that was mid, like you said, K1 is farming, and K1's at the top now.
Yeah, he's very rich, and at the same time, Visage level
Dire's middle tower
6
is
now,
under
so he has the burst to play with.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Whisper. Oh, goes into the Omni Slash. Though avoids the familiars, Gojira comes up north with the help of that Solar Guardian. Goes into the spin, had the healing ward, but it's not enough. They get the kill, and it feels bait out the Omni Slash too.
A little premature, even you might say, at Omni Slash. Like, he tried to be aggressive. FBZ, they have a coil.
Now they've got the coil. The pressure doesn't stop. I mean, they are just going after FBZ, and he's dead for the 3rd time too. The hits don't stop coming.
Dire's top tower is
This is actually pretty insane from Beast Coast, and they have really pulled it back, and they start to get a little bit in their favor.
Dire's tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
So, Boom, they need to kind of recover. They need to settle down.
Yeah, I mean, after this tremendous early game from the Tiny, I'm surprised things didn't go a little bit better for them. But yeah, the last like 2-3 minutes have been all Beast Coast. Nice rotations from Gojira as well. He's level 7 already. The Winter Wyvern level 6. It's a lot of experience coming out from one of them. Who actually bought the Tome for the Radiant? They still have it in their store. Who's going to report here because the supports are so high level?
Dire's top tower
Maybe
is
the
under
Puck.
attack.
Potentially.
Seems to be struggling a little bit.
Does not currently have it on his courier. Neither does the CK.
They didn't even purchase it yet.
Look at this ward. It does see FBZ over in these trees over bottom. You see that? Just caught Tim's coming down bot too.
Yeah. I mean, FPZ just has nothing. Look at his net worth. Gojira has the same net worth as him. He is completely out of the game.
Dire are scanning.
They just have the vision. They know where they're at just because of that ward. Like, Tim's has no idea he's being spotted right now.
Yeah, so just wasting his time. I mean, there's a reason why we don't see Shaker too often nowadays, right? Because his lane presence isn't that good, and his movements without Blink Dagger are very hard to pull off as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So Beast Coast have put themselves into a 3,000 net worth lead. K1 just continuing to farm away. He's got himself that armlet. I mean, he is really working it at the moment.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
What do they need to do here for Boom to recover? Because it's starting to get really one-sided.
They just picked up the Blink Dagger, so this is their strong timing. But it's actually Beast Coast that's smoking up. They just completed the Witchblade 2 on the Puck, so they feel they're strong. They got all the ults, of course. And CK is very strong right now, and so is Visage.
They still have that tome in the shop.
Yeah, we'll see who it goes to, if it goes to anyone ever.
They catch FBZ again. He is not having a game right now, and he might not continue to have a game. Another interesting ward spot. Not your conventional ward, but it does see 4 heroes of Boom, and that works out great, right? Like, their warding has been out of control. Take note if you're a support, because those wards at this point in the game feel like they get so much info.
Yeah, 100%. Maybe if everyone knows gonna look back at the tapes and think, oh yeah, maybe I can use that one. Because those wards, as you said, are very, very impressive. Very hard to de-ward too.
Yeah. Like, again, they just, these heroes are constantly getting spotted. Beast Coast know what to avoid.
You have no damage for that.
Dire's middle tower is under
Gojira,
attack.
he'll survive Celestial Hammer away. He's going into the Holy Locket. Not an item you see too often, but with a healing hero like Dawnbreaker, makes sense.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, the Rage Pack.
Cam, Dreamcoil bottom. That's going to land on both FBZ as well as the Rubric of Scam. So going with the Solar Guardian, even though Gojira's a little bit low, FBZ, he's in trouble. Body blocks come through. Blink, Avalanche Toss gets this Winter Wyvern low. But you need to be careful. There's still a Winter's Curse. They have the lockdown potentially available to them to turn this fight around. They get the go to Gojira. They'll take the Dawnbreaker, but the Solar Guardian was already used. There's the Winter's Curse. Turn around from K1, uses that ult, throws the stun onto the Jug. Jackie in trouble, Jackie gone. And there's the Echo Flame for Tim's, but K1 survives. They've got the Cold Embrace, but it's only extending what looks to be the inevitable as Yopaj gets a double kill, takes out Stinger and K1, and 4 heroes are dead on the side of Beast Coast. They want more. They'll get themselves the familiars, but not the life of Whisper.
But those birds are the last ones he has, so kind of like a lone druid where without your birds you're really not much of anything. So going them to kill them
Radiant's
all, gets the
bottom
second one,
tower
no, I'm
is
fine.
under attack. Radiant structures are
And that is the
fortified.
recovery that FPZ needed. He's still pretty far away from his BKB, but it's a start.
Dire are are scanning.
Man, that is Beast Coast. I thought they were going to take that fight
Radiant's
easy.
bottom tower is under attack.
I feel like they were supposed to, perhaps, but Boom outplaying it just a
Radiant's
little bit.
bottom tower has fallen.
A little surprising in the lack of damage that came out from Beast Coast, right?
Yeah, and it's mostly because K1 actually started the fight with half health, so he didn't feel too scary at all.
Yopaj. And, well, Winter's Curse is there. Skem also gets
Nice
taunted.
curse.
He stole Grave Chill. Meanwhile, they do survive, and it's an early raid pack from the Visage. Ooh, Solar Guardian, and all of a sudden, Puck gets caught. Solar Guardian's not going to be the save that Kojiro was hoping for. And with the Omni Slash and the Blaze Fury, Starbreaker's not going to matter. Jackie gets a kill, and they'll take out 2.
And we're back to even, pretty much. Well played by Boom. I mean, that's what's been carrying them so much throughout the SDA DPC seasons even.
Radiant
Just the
structures
team
are
play and
fortified.
the way they outplay opponents on an individual level. Like, they're the best in SDA at doing that. Tim's
Radiant's
somewhat
middle
close to the
tower
blink
is
digger
under
too.
attack.
Once that's online, Shaker becomes one of the scariest heroes on the map.
You know, look to take the tier 1 tower over mid. Nobody coming over to defend. They've got heroes ready to go on the side of Boom if anybody comes over. They're trying to open up some space for FBZ. You can see he's still struggling. And he is looking to get into the BKB.
I mean, you say he's struggling, but he's the same net with a smile. Chris Sluck, who, yeah, he's not having really much of a
1,
Stinger.
5, and 2. And Stinger tossed up into the
getting
air with the
stunned.
Avalanche. They've got the fissure. They'll get the kill. Yopaj dominating. He's continuing to let it roll. And he's 7-1 and 3. Tim's from a distance has been able to use that fissure to get that extra bit of lockdown, and he's going into the Blink Dagger, which he almost has.
Yeah. That must really sting. And he's about 100 gold away from the blink. Once he has that, smoke up, action time. Actually, smoke up before even. They're looking for the CK.
So Boom's odds at 1.25 to the Beast Coast's 3.84. Probably weren't those odds a couple minutes ago when it looked like Beast Coast had themselves a bit of an advantage and one that they were going to climb with.
Just looking for the CK. They're so close. They don't even know. They think he's in a triangle.
Don't even know, but they do place a ward, so if he falls back into that vision, they might just turn around and go for him. Instead, smoke breaks,
Is under attack.
and they know Stinger's nearby. They'll steal the Splitter Blast, and they've got the telekinesis. The Solar Guardian comes in, but that might just be to die once again. They get the fissure out. It hits onto the Dawnbreaker, goes in. Starbreaker on the 2. Dream Coil down, but the damage isn't enough to escape. Lady Rift with the silent. The Reality Rift is in. They'll get the kill into Yopaj and FBZ. 2 heroes gone on the side of Boom. Went to go for the Winter Wyvern, but everybody reacts from the side of Beast Coast. And with that, they look at Roche.
Could be a pretty simple one. Oh, scam.
What do you know?
He's
It's
okay.
still waning, right?
Yeah, it's a massive steal as well. Can definitely turn the team fight around. But this Roach go to K1, no problem. Off East Coast. And the big problem right now is the range pack on the Visage. They don't have any big giving yet. So all the damage output is severely limited, especially Tinies.
Meanwhile, by the way, Boom stole a Dragon Scale.
So they have 2?
They've got 2. They've got 1 on the Razor and 1 in their base.
Ruby could pick that one up, perhaps.
Yeah, right now he's holding on to the Broom Handle, which... the armor's nice. But if there's another Dragon Scale in the base, you can get more armor and more regen.
Ray just makes a scout by illusion and he just runs away straight away. Trying to go for his BKB.
Yeah, he desperately wants that BKB to finally feel like he can do something in these games. Or in these fights, rather. They're trying to open up that space with a kill now on Scam, though. I mean, that is not what you're hoping for if you're Boom, right? Like, I guess that's space theoretically for FBZ, but losing Scam again, like, that is kind of rough. He's trying to maybe get something out of this game a little bit more, too, because if you look at the other supports, look at the difference between his net worth and everybody else's.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke about 5 Rubik, right? It's just so hard to pull off. I don't know. I don't think it's a 5 hero. It's not designed to be.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I need some sort of money to be able to keep yourself safe from the back lines. FPZ, BKB done. But do they actually feel strong? This is the question.
Maybe not. I'll have to see if they're willing to fight on this one now. FBZ just sitting in the top lane and finally has the BKB. Take a look at Yopaj. He's got the Echo Saber with the Blink Dagger. And he's going into a BKB of his own. Chris Locke walks up to him, Waning Rift, Solar Guardian. They've got the Reality Rift that pulls him out of the Solar Guardian, but they've got a 3-second stun for the Chaos Bolt. Healing Ward is down, Yopaj is down too. And 4 heroes here with the BKB popped by K1.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Not really necessary, but let's be
Dire's
sure.
structures are fortified.
To get the kill, doesn't want to get disabled by a shake or anything like that.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Fissure. And they're going to try and keep the control. They've got it with the telekinesis and the Fade Bolt. BKB finally popped here by FBZ, looking to chase a little bit, but that BKB is going to run out in 2 seconds, so you need to be careful about how far you go. Again, Chris Locke getting spotted 1-6-6 in this game already.
Yeah, and Puck farmed it up.
Oh,
K1's looking for something.
He goes to the Phantasm and just throws that illusion towards the back. Tranquil's
He's going straight hard on his CK.
and
Already sitting at a 3k health pool. Not too shabby at all.
by the way, Tranquil's picked up for Whisper. He's going into the Boots Bearing, and then he's going to pick up that shard. So that should be nice for them. Fissure comes out. Avalanche is in. It's onto the Winter Wyvern. Can they get the kill before the Witch's Curse is out? The 4-staff back. They look for Yopaj. Yopaj has been caught. K1 gets the kill, and they may even want more. It's got the Winter's Curse for the lockdown if they want to keep up with the damage from Scam with the Illusory Orbit as well as the Fade Bolt. Scam now far forward and far dead.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They just
Nice TP out from Tim.
yeah, catching
Man,
these heroes.
Tiny's game is really crumbling, huh?
It looked like he had something going. And now he's 7-4-4. He was 7-1.
Under attack.
Yeah, well, you know what happens to rocks when they get pulverized? They turn
Dire's
to
bottom tower has
dust
fallen.
or ash. What is it even?
Dire's
You are
bottom
the general
tower
knowledge kind of guy, not me.
Alright,
If I was to pick up a rock and destroy it in my hand, does it get like it gets pulverized and then it's what?
gravel.
It's gravel?
Yeah, rocks, broken rocks, gravel.
Even if they're like
Dire's bottom
sandy
tower is under
texture?
attack.
It could become sand over time, but gravel's thicker than sand, right? And then it becomes sand.
So you're saying it's sand, it's gravel?
It's rock, gravel, sand.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
From big to small.
Okay.
But he's in the gravel phase. He's not quite sand
He's
yet.
definitely graveling right now.
He might be a graveler.
No, he's not. He looks different.
Radiant's courier
6k lead again here for Beast Coast, by the way.
Yeah, we haven't really seen anything yet from the Juggernaut either. Masterpiece to the bottom. gank the finish spreads.
Oh, curse on a 3. Look at Tim's. He's gone. Now you see him, now you don't. And there goes the Earthshaker. Blade Fury away, but they're going to go with the drums. It's actually the Boots of Bearing that's been finished off, and they want to continue to look for more. Chris Locke,
he has no spin.
He's got Dream Coil. Scam is in trouble too. Illusory Orb, he's through. Waning Rift, they get the silence on the Rubik. They'll go for Sword Guardian Whisper. He'll survive thanks to the heal. They've dropped on the Dream Coil. They go into the Omni Slash, and Blade Fury is enough to get the damage out onto Whisper and get the kill into the Visage as the Echo Slam slams down right onto the Winter Wyvern. There's the Avalanche. How does this continue to happen at Beast Coast, where they feel like they have the advantage and Boom just turns it around on them?
They just overplayed the hand, and Chaos Knight TP'd out actually in the middle of the fight, so the biggest damage hitter just not present. And they lose 3 heroes. At least they force 2 buybacks, but yeah, it's very well worth it, of course, for Boom. I'm not sure what happened to CK, to be honest. Like, he was linked by the Razor, but he could have just popped his ult. Like, he didn't pop his ult throughout the entire engagement and just TP'd out. Kind of ditching his team. Just like how you ditch me at the gym sometimes. Sometimes. And then, where were you? I was...
Avalanche, nope.
Stole the orb again. Okay, one all by himself, but he's pretty tanky. On 4.3k health. It's a lot of health.
He's got this Mage Slayer. He's going in to the Bloodthorn completely. Ag's picked up by the Dawnbreaker, and that is big. I was going to ask you about that, because we saw Dawnbreakers in the Chinese region, and as well as the Real Masters, avoid this Ag's build on Dawnbreaker. But it gets pretty brutal when you're standing in it. 60% evasion.
Yeah, it's definitely good against Juggernaut, but it requires the team to stand still. And standing still against like a hero like Razor can be pretty tricky sometimes. So we'll see how it works out for them. I mean, it is a very strong pickup, especially with the only lockdown, the only healing gets amplified. It is like a massive amount of heal coming out. How much is it? Per pulse, 90, it's 6 pulses, I believe. It's 540.
Radiant's top tower is under
plus
attack.
30% amplification.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So a good 700 HP heal for everyone in the AoE. Not bad.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom tier 3 again hit up by these illusions. They're TPing towards top. Jackie's here. Jackie's committing. Here come the Power Ranger TPs. Early Blade Fury, and they're going to stick with him. Chris Luck taking a lot of damage to stay here, and they'll go to the Healing Ward. They've got the Dream Coil down. Here comes the Solar Guardian. They'll pull him back in. He'll go into the Manta, go into the Omni Slash to try and avoid the damage that was coming out. Give his team some time, and they slam down right on FBC.
Oh, he didn't pick
the Solar Guardian stuns him up, and now he's going to be forced to pop the BKB and TP out, but the damage is there from K1. FBC drops, and the chase is on for the rest. They have the Waning Rift. They've got the silence, though. Right-click down Scam. There's nowhere for him to go. 2 heroes down to the side of Boom. And that was all to try and save Jackie, but he gave up more than they were trying to get back. Fissure just late.
Probably would have died if
FBZ.
disconnected. But a nice overall rotation onto the Juggernaut, overplaying his hand a little bit.
Yeah.
Luckily, he didn't die. I also feel like if FPZ popped his BKB just a little earlier, he wouldn't have died either. Now that leaves Roach open. Got a shard, probably for the Visage.
He's the one who wants to buy it.
Oh,
Nopaj throws a tree in there, sees that they're there. He's got a Blink Dagger. And he's got a BKB if he wants to make the move. He's trying to get the timing right. Roach, though, will be taken by the side of Beast Coast, and Yopaj will be shooed away.
Yeah, and Shark goes to the Visage, so now he has extra HP to work with, to focus him at all. He's a big boy. Very healthy. Look at Dawnbreaker's health too. 2.7k, Visage 2.5k. Even Wyvern has 1600. There's so much HP to go through.
Now the Ghost Scepter picked up by Gojira.
Question is there enough damage to go through all that health? Because Juggernaut really didn't itemize into damage. Looking for the high ground. The birds are fast at this.
Yeah,
be careful.
tier 3. Ooh, Chaos Bolt taken, and they'll take out the birds. Or at least one. They've got 100 gold for Yopaj, and they'll just get resummoned.
Easy peasy. Going to Crimson Guard next on Dawnbreaker. Going to Crimson Guard on Visage. Might want to rethink that decision. They're trying to conquer the CK, but...
Oh, Winter's Curse comes down. Now he goes into Phantasm. They've got themselves the Fissure. They've got the Totem to follow it up. K1 taking a lot of damage. They're trying to maybe hold the Active Flame until after the Aegis, and that's exactly what they're going to do for the BKBB Pop by Yopaj. They're on the run. They've got the Healing Ward. Dream Coil down, toss up in the air. Is with the Chaos Bolt. 4-second Chaos Bolt, and now they've got themselves the Golden Embrace done to Chris Lock. FBZ, hold over BKB. Now Omni Slash, bouncing on a Gojira. He pops the Ghost Scepter, goes over to Chris Lock. He's not as lucky as his name may state, as that will be enough to get the kill. No move forward. They've got themselves the Fissure. That lands on the Winter Wyvern. They've got themselves a second-hit Stinger who don't have buyback. They're trying to keep up with Gojira, who uses that Celestial Hammer to get some distance between him and the side of Boom. And two heroes are dead on the side of Beast Coast. They took out the Aegis too, and Boom, they pull it back a little bit.
Yeah, they have to be very careful how they fight these initiations. Like, if CK can't stick on a target straight from the beginning and burst that target, his illusions are gonna die so fast. They have Fate Bolt AoE damage, maybe even a Stolen Spell by Rubik, they have all the Earthshaker AoE damage, Juggernaut Sprint does a ton of damage, Tiny. Like, he's gonna be really, really careful how he takes those initiations. Goodbye mid tower. The damage is gonna come out from Juggernaut now. Like, he's got all these defensive tools, he's building into damage now. Once he comes up to the next 2-3 items, he's gonna become very scary.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
AK lead. Is this enough for Beast Coast to hold on to the game?
Gonna get tougher and tougher, but Razor's also getting stronger. He's already into his Refresher Orb. That's the scary part of Razor, right?
Scam, by the way.
Next.
He's got a Stolen Dream Coil.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tough to catch everything in a fight,
Dire's
but
structures are fortified.
I'm pretty sure he had a Dream Coil and a Curse.
Dire's
I don't know whether he
top
stole a
tower
curse or
is
not, but if he
under
did.
attack.
Smoke up, 5-man smoke, Beast Coast.
They're hungry.
Ooh,
Dire
Scan
are
came out from the Dire. That caught him for a second. They might know that they're moving towards the mid lane, and the familiars are here, so you know exactly where Boom are. They need to make their way out, but it's already looking like they want to cut him off at the pass. Cut him off at the pass may not be the right option, though, as there's the avalanche toss onto Chris Luck. He gets down to half health.
Trying to build into the Aeon is gonna pack. Very wise decision with all the burst damage coming out.
So, side of Beast Coast, they go up towards top. No Roche for a long time.
Yeah, that CKO popped. Meaning they won't be able to take a fight anytime soon.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
See what they can do to hold this game secure. Of course, have that shard on Earthshaker. He was using that to get that control on the K1 when he had that Aegis.
Yeah, Bloodthorn is about to fly out though to the CK, I believe. So if he ever catches anyone, his burst damage is going to be absolutely insane.
Push down on the bottom. Bloodthorn finally finished here for K1. 5-man smoke coming out from Boom.
Direction. Enemy jungle.
They're down through mid, smoked up. Let's see what they can find right now. It's Beast Coast all the way back to their base. The only one who's out there is this Visage. Obviously, coming back towards his team. Ooh, they found themselves the Winter Wyvern. They'll go into the Fissure. They get the kill on a Stinger immediately. Sword Guardian already committed. So they know where Gojira is going to come. With K1 coming over to the side, they get the kill on a Scam. So he won't be able to steal anything and make anything worthwhile just yet with the BKBB pop here by FPC. And then Daki trying to get some damage out, get something through for them with Chris Luck over on the back lines looking at Yokaj. K1 coming in. Now they've got themselves a reality rift on an FPZ. But the avalanche through from Yokaj. He'll take out Chris Luck. They've got the silence on it. Jackie gets some damage from here. Chris Luck from K1. Oh boy, Jackie just surviving, but FPZ not so lucky. Echo slam in from Tim's on the 3. And Stinger kills the ball, but Tim's is taken out. The damage wasn't quite there. They didn't have the follow-up. They had to get the Juggernaut out. Yokaj needs to run. Avalanche as well as that Shadow Blade and Gojira looking.
Here's a gem, here's a gem.
They're gonna see him.
Here's a gem.
Avalanche, toss, couple right clicks. They get Gojira. Now they've got the stun from one familiar. He picks up the gem. He's on the run. He's trying to get the mission impossible.
Should have been one.
Goes back in Viz, and now they don't see him anymore. They have no reveal. That's why K1, that's while K1 is over towards the top lane. With the ward down and Skem coming over. He's got a 4-staff, might be able to keep up with K1. They've got Jackie here too. Chaos Bolt stolen, 2-second stun onto this CK. Telekinesis, buyback, Solar Guardian. Buyback going to be used here by Tims. He doesn't have the echoes on here. They've got themselves a big stun on it, Jackie. Here's the vision with the Chaos Bolt once again. K1 still surviving, and the Starbreaker's not going to break Jackie towards this yet. But finally, they'll take out the Jug. Soul Assumption on the Scam with Yopaj over to the side. They've got a mega kill streak on K1. This Bloodthorn's been a problem. His survivability's been a problem. They have the Wraith Pack doing so much.
Tiny into the Silver Edge now. Probably going to go into the Axe next when he gets there. It's going to be a lot of damage potential, but first they have to worry about the high ground cost. There's no Juggernaut. Gotta go top.
Yeah, they gotta look
they
over
don't have to damage
top.
to kill
Yopaj going over. There's the toss into the Chaos Bolt, but the BKB gets popped. K1 now here with the static lane from FPZ. He's got a BKB. Doesn't have the refresher at the moment. They've taken out the 2-3 up the top lane. They've got the Witch's Curse down. That's only on the Tims. BKB's been popped by Yopaj going after Chris Luck. Measure lands, hits onto the Visage. As FBZ pushing away K1. No, not really. But they'll look over at Stinger. They get to go to the Witcher Wyvern. They've got the Dream Coil down. Look for the Starbreaker. They're going to 4-staff him back and break the coil. Yopaj ends up dead, and he doesn't have buyback. Neither does Jackie.
No buyback on either of the cores. It's
Two
going to be 2
cores
sets, maybe even 3 sets.
Looking like they're going to drop. They do have the glitch.
Let's see, get a lot of damage here. Throw to the Village Burst. So 2 sides, 100%. And they have to fight with the Juggernaut, otherwise it's Mega Creeps, maybe even GG. They have Echo Slam ready as well.
See if they can.
Oh, they're going back actually.
Oh, yeah, they're just going to go
really
back.
Safe. Yeah, they don't know that he doesn't have buyback, of course. But yeah, you can just see the survivability of the Radiant lineup. Like Visage, with the Wraith Pact, Crimson Guard, Boots of Bearing, Winter Wyvern, Solar Guardian. There's just so many tools to stay alive. And Jackie hasn't really done a whole lot of anything in this game when it comes to damage.
Feels like Jackie has been caught out in these fights a couple times, and then the team has to fight around his death, right?
Yeah. Yeah, happened quite a bit of times, unfortunately.
What can they do to bring this game back? Because they're now down 16,000 net worth.
16,000, yeah. 17 now already. He's going to the Refresher as well, the Dawnbreaker, so it's going to be double Solar Guardian. Sounds pretty damn annoying as well.
Yeah, that is not fun.
Big on the CK. Look at the CK's health. 5.3 thousand HP.
Like you said earlier, when it wasn't even that much, how do you break through this health? We've got Roche now respawning. And that is going to be the Roche with Ag's Blessing. Third Roshan. Yeah. If they could get their hands on it, maybe Boom can do something more. Do they, like, what if you gave that Ags to, say, Scam, and he's able to get a couple more spells in his arsenal?
No. If they get that, it's definitely going to the Tiny.
Yeah, well.
Stop being a support tank all the time. You guys do not need all these items.
He might, though. Avalanche Phase shift, blinks over to the other side. Chris Luck will jaunt to that illusory orb and nearby K1.
If K1 jumps on anyone and they don't instantly throw stunts out, they're dead.
You're in the Roche. And boom, maybe need to try and counter this play. But they evacuate the pit and Gojira throws a Celestial Hammer. They've got the familiars looking. K1 goes into the Phantasm, though, wrap the other way around. Illusory Orb and doesn't jaunt over to it.
Roshan is fast, have to be fast.
Yeah, Roshan is down to about half health. Not going down immediately, but they are zoning them out by having these heroes split up near the pit. These heroes on Boom don't exactly know where they want to go, but they've got themselves the Winter's Curse, and they'll get the Aegis into their hands. So now you've got a CK who picks up that Aegis, has that second life. They'll pop the BKB on FBZ, but they have the Reality Rift. They'll pull back K1. He goes in the Refresher, the Cold Embrace. It's on a Stinger. He embraces himself, but it's quick enough to survive this one. They've got the depth to get the kill to the Winter Wyvern. They'll take out this Winter Wyvern for now, but the rest of Beast Coast are still in on this. They get a Dream Coil. They steal the Celestial Hammer. That's not gonna matter with Skim ending up dead. Fisher again on the K1. Jackie trying to do some damage here with Blade Fury. They've got the totem once again, stunning up K1. Is the damage enough? The right clicks are in. K1 getting low, and he's fighting both Yopaj and Jackie. Whisper dead, and he'll respawn. They'll have Chris Luck back into it. The gem on the deck, and they got pushed away. At least thanks to the Ags on the puck. Chris Luck taking some damage. Blade Fury now back on the puck, and he's so slow. Jackie will be able to get the kill.
They're dead for 80 on two heroes. They could kind of go for the throne here, perhaps.
Radiant's middle tower.
See how aggressive they want to be, but they have a healing ward at their disposal as well. They... No, they're gonna play safe.
Creeps pushing in on the tier 4s. They're about to take a tier 4 tower on the side of Boom.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Need to defend this base. Another creep wave's getting in.
Yeah, they're disengaging.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And that team fight looked very convincing for a Boom Esports issue this time. There was an Aegis, it didn't matter. Like, it's really all about the initiation. If the CK cannot find a kill with the initial Phantasm, they just don't have a whole lot of damage at all.
Ninja gear for the Rubik. Holding on to it right now.
Yeah. It's all about staying alive.
Double damage for K1, so maybe they fight with that. They've got an Aeon Disc now on Tim's. As Echo Slam available, Nullifier for the Jug of Jackie.
Dire are scanning.
This game so far has been Ga. See what Boom can do to slow down that roar.
So far, they've done quite a lot. Honestly, the last team fight
It's pretty big for them.
yeah, maybe like Jack now got a nullifier as well. So his damage opens way higher than it was previously. And they already crushed the team fight.
So instead of the refresher, Gojira goes Orchid.
Yeah, very interesting. I'm not entirely sure what that's for.
The way the Axe Blessing, like we saw in the last fight, went on to Chris Luck. He's got that Waning Rift upgrade with the knockback.
Yeah, I'm very surprised because it's one of the worst axe upgrades in the game.
It also
Literally does
gives
nothing.
the reveal that maybe they're looking for to make sure they could stick on Yopaj.
Maybe, but I feel like a CK axe or even a Visage axe could be so much more impactful. Or Winter Wyvern axe, permanent flight.
Dire's
That sounds
bottom
kind of
tower
crazy as
is
well.
under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Tier 3 getting low over bottom. That's the last set they need. We'll see what Boom can do. I don't know if Boom is willing to fight. We saw how much time was taken away from the base. They lost one of the tier 4s. They need to push out these creep waves so they're not dealing with that again.
Yeah, it's always tough to play when you're 2 sides down. Well, 1.5, I suppose.
Have the extra familiar. Level 25 for the Visage. Got level 26 for Yopaj. Level 24 for FBZ. He's working on that level 25. And then level 26 for Jackie, but the CK 27, like the levels are certainly there for these heroes. 25 for Puck now gives him that Dream Coil Pierce's magic immunity.
That's a very big one, especially against Juggernaut. And that might be what they need to keep people in place with CK to finally hit them a little bit. He's just not getting the chance to damage anyone.
So, taking a look at these items around the horn, as there's going to be Octarine Core, I believe, for the Puck coming up. Aeon Discs there for Boom. They've got a gem. Tim's had that big Echo Slam by the Roche pit a long while back. Still looking for the opportunity to slam down the damage. Moonshard for Yopaj. He's going into the Swift Blink. Oh, spots Gojira. Avalanche toss and has himself a second toss, but the Winter's Curse now goes into the Solar Guardian. That will send Dawnbreaker back towards his team. So instantly out, but puts the Solar Guardian on cooldown. We've watched that be pretty important. Green Coil down to the two of these heroes. Oh, Tim's throws down the Echo Slam. Oh. Probably.
Find anyone with it. He stole a Chaos Bolt again. It's a big steal. We've seen that stun the CK up for many seconds before. Oh, CK popped his ult. He's looking for something.
Be trying to find somebody in the back lines, but the rest of the team is kind of hidden behind them. And they had Chris Locke spotted for a second. They're still going after Stinger. Jackie keeping up. And he's got the Force Staff, so it's hard to keep up with this Winter Wyvern. Fissure, just off the mark.
Look at the bot tower. There's back to protection right now, but not for much longer. The top creeps are running in. That's the creeps already. And tower's gone.
Yep. Could rat this game out if you really wanted to. Roche potentially up in 1 minute and 20 seconds. K1. Do they really want to make this move? Winter's Curse is back off cooldown, just coming up. Yeah, they're still going to be able to get the kill there on the Stinger. He's got buyback, he's got Winter's Curse, so if they need him, they'll bring him back. But Roche minimum respawn time is 50 seconds away, so I would assume that maybe Beast Coast hold back on this one. Got buybacks on everybody but Rubik and Puck, so no buyback on Chris Locke. That's on cooldown for 1 minute 50. And Skems is on cooldown for another minute and 7. Look at the bottom racks. And this is not fun to deal with. Familiar's moving in. Blade Fury's there. They'll grab a couple 100 gold each, and they'll resummon them on Whisper.
So playing the Retin game now, huh? Don't let them leave the base.
Scotty for K1. Now, you always start to hear that squeaking, that noise. You know, when Rack Gaming starts, just that... You know, you hear it. They're just chipping away at these buildings, looking for mega creeps.
At last.
It's gonna be very tough to kill that range Rex though. Like if they're on top of pushing out the lanes, which they are so far.
25 seconds on Roche.
I love the melee one.
Wow. Absolutely insane. And now K1 going after Yopaj. The damage onto the Tiny, and he'll survive for the moment. He gets in his sword. Gordon blinks away, so he'll survive, but Jackie now needs to run. Blade Fury, BKB running out K1. How far are they willing to chase? They'll go to the Celestial Hammer to maybe keep up in the chase of Boom, but don't get anybody, and Roche is up. So all items available. Aegis, Cheese, Shard, and Axe.
I think that Axe should go to the CK probably. One illusion on every hero. Or the Winter Wyvern. I still think it's very strong on him.
They're gonna find the Echo Slam, get Chris Locke. 2 minutes without the puck, and now Roche might just be Boom's. His buyback's available in 7 seconds, but he's short the gold too.
I'm so surprised that he's not giving any respect to what Boom has. They have the nullifier as well. Like, you gotta respect these plays. Jackie?
In on the Tims. He's got the Aeon disc. And just Curse. He's already used that Echo Slam, so he's not that important of a kill, but he does have a lot of the lockdown that Boom are working with. They're going to buy back on Tims immediately. Yopod taking a little bit of damage with the static flank coming through in the Visage. The right-click damage from K1. Yopod crumbles. They'll use the refresher. They'll go to the Solar Guardian. That 60% evasion is not going to be enough to save the life of Stinger. And now they've got a 4-second stun. It's out on a Whisper. The Fissure to follow it up. The Celestial Hammer burning but not doing anything as FBZ gets the kill on a Whisper. He's got an extra 214 damage. Meanwhile, Birds are working on Skem. They've got the totem but not the health that Skem needs to survive.
Alright, K1 is the pin to the pit. He's thinking of doing something perhaps, but you're gonna
Back
be so
on the
careful.
Winter Wyvern. No Winter's Curse for 30 seconds. This Roche isn't exactly quick, but they do have Tims nearby. Need to be careful. They need to watch for K1. K1 is going to overwhelming blink right onto Tims. They're going to buy back on Scam. Scam has to find a way into the fight, but Scam, he doesn't have a TP, so he's going to be gone for a long time. They get the kill on the Tims. He's going to be dead for 2 minutes. They'll look over K1 getting static link, but they've got Gojira coming in with the Starbreaker. It's not going to matter for the moment as the Ghost Scepter taken away with the Nullifier. Cold Embrace keeps him alive, right clicks in, not doing anything. FBC, he's been silenced up thanks to the Orchid on this Dawnbreaker too. They pushed him out of the road, but on the other side of the fight, they've got the Winter's Curse. It's gonna lock up Yopod to close Jackie. A 3-second chaos ball, he's through on the K1 with the Blade Fury hitting from Jackie and close the dog. They've got the Nullifier onto the CK, another chaos ball, another second. But a 4-second stun on the Scam with that time, with the illusion, with the charge. They might be able to get a kill on the Rubik. They finally take out K1, but he's got buyback. Juco comes down on Jackie. Jackie silenced up with her. He's going to try and fight. I believe they dropped down a foil from Skem as well before he ended up going down, but they end up getting the kill on the Rubik. They look over at Jackie. They've got the Waning Rift as well as turning him into a pig. They've got the Hex. They've got the Starbreaker. Triple kill for Chris Lock. Buyback is available on Jackie, and they might need to make a move in on a Roche.
Now Roche is gone already. It's gonna go into the hands of the CK. Hopefully they get the active as well and get damage on the insult, but that foul, like K1 stayed alive for so damn long. The damage output is not nearly enough. Nice Cold Embrace also by Stinger. They just have so much sustain.
Given to the Visage, he's got that
Visage
Hex,
Axe,
and that was the
okay.
Hex that was used to kill off Jackie.
The Assault Squad now. 3 birds and Papa Bird.
Dire's middle tower.
Finding a lonely chicken. You will have to buyback on the Juggernaut before it's too late. You cannot hold your buyback.
He bought out on Swift Blink. They don't have Gojira with them, but Gojira has the Solar Guardian. It looks like they're going to concede the Mega Creeps, but the Tier 4s go down. They've got the Glyph, so they need to make their way in. They've got the Hex that comes out from the Visage. It's through onto FBZ. The Glyph's still going. They go onto the Raid Pack. They'll take that out immediately, but they need to move in onto these zeros. Maybe look over to K1. K1's got that Aegis. There's the Reality Rift. Yopod in trouble with a 4-second stun. They've got themselves the Solar Guardian. There's the Fissure. They come in with a Dream Coil down on the 2 of the zeros, and that's with the level 25, so your magic immunity doesn't matter. FBZ still walks out of it, and they're going to focus potentially the throne with the Familiar. Whisper working on the throne to take the game and beat Boom. East Coast take game 1.
It was a hard-fought victory, but finally they're getting well played towards the end there. Like I wasn't actually sure they had what it took after the one team fight. They got completely destroyed, but yeah, very well played in that fight. K1 staying alive forever, killing the Shaker twice, really killing the backlines. Like he identified, if you kill the backlines, the 3 core heroes aren't much of an issue at all.
Yeah,
Visage got up to the